All right, gang. Welcome back to our Survive 25 challenge on Zielonka. It is October, 1 month since the last episode, and we're underway here doing the second application of fertilizer. And as you can tell, we desperately need a sprayer. I already selected 3 contracts for us to do. They're all fertilizing contracts, so it shouldn't take us too long to do. I gained a little bit of money overnight, obviously, from the greenhouses. Those 3 greenhouses are working out fantastic for us. Absolutely the best thing we could have did was kind of redoing those, resetting those up, kind of starting over from scratch to an extent, but not really. We still kept everything we had. We just sold, our drill, got a smaller drill, and kind of went from there. And it worked out. So, but we got to get a sprayer today, so that's our goal. We're going to try to do the best we can here to get all these fertilizing contracts accomplished, and that'll hopefully get us close. But we probably are going to have to do at least one other contract, I would think, before we're done. So there are some harvesting contracts out here. Specifically, I was looking at this one. It's a big field. Real big field. Might take us a long time. The sell point's right next to it, though, which would help. We could utilize their equipment, but again, I'm kind of tempted to just use my own, honestly. So we'll see. We'll see if we decide to pick that one up or not. But we've got to do fertilizing contracts 24, field 24, I should say, 45, and 9. Now, 9 is right next to us. It's literally right across the street. So we're going to go ahead and knock that one out right now. And we'll turn that one in. We'll probably have to buy a box of fertilizer. We only have 903 liters left. I don't see any way that we accomplish our goal here with 903 liters with 3 contracts to fertilize. But, hey, I've been wrong before. But how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're all doing well. I'm sure I've said it many times already, but hopefully you had a nice Thanksgiving. This episode should be coming out on Monday after the Thanksgiving weekend. So hopefully you had a good weekend. If you did any the crazy shopping, hopefully you found some good stuff. I normally wait until December 23rd. Because 9 times out of 10, from everything that all the years that I've been doing it, I get the same deals, if not better deals, on December 23rd than you would get on Black Friday. So, a little hint there for you if you're okay with waiting until the very last minute, or if you don't have any specific ideas in mind for something you have to get. Obviously, the kiddos might be a little bit different, right? Our nieces, we've got to obviously buy stuff a little bit earlier for them because those things like that run out. But if you're buying for anybody else and you don't really have a specific idea in mind, or if you do and it's not something that's, going to be somebody's going to be going nuts for, maybe wait till December 23rd. Go out there. Give it a shot then. Always works for me. Yeah, but hopefully you're doing well. All that good stuff. All right, we're going to have to go down the middle here a little bit and touch this up, and we should be done. Perfect. All right, that one's done. We can turn that in. Little $2,000 contract right there. That'll pay for a bag of fertilizer, or a box of fertilizer, I should say. The next one closest to us, I believe, it might be 45. Technically, the closest to us is 45. 45 is by the shop, though, so I think I'm going to call an audible here. 555 liters, I don't even know if it's going to be enough. If it's not, then I just kind of wasted our time. But I'm going to go for 24 first and hope we can get it done, even though it is an awkward shape there. I might have to go at it with some awkward angles to make sure we accomplish it here, but... So these trees right here, when I reloaded, if you recall, a couple episodes back now, when I reloaded, the tornado went a different way. So I'm glad it didn't go our way, because it could have, right? When I reloaded it, it could have came our way. Obviously, I reloaded it and just, went to the next day. And it could have came our way, but it went that way. So that's why those trees are dead and standing up in the air. Standing up in the air. What are you talking about? See, every tree stands up in the air. They're dead without any leaves on them, I guess is what I was trying to get at. That was terrible, Z. Come on, buddy. I know it's early and you're Still groggy from sinus crap going on, but come on, brother, get it together. Standing up straight. Oh, man. What an idiot. I think we're going to get this done, no problem. I might even be able to get the other field done, but we're going to need more fertilizer for our field at some point, so not anytime soon, but we'll probably be doing more fertilizing contracts anyway. I'll probably do a lot more off camera. Like I've said to you many times, I do occasionally do some stuff off camera to try to help us progress a little bit. Have no problem doing these with you on camera like we're doing now. I just don't want it to be every single episode all I'm doing is fertilizing. That would be less than ideal, I think, for quality material. Easy, Walter. Easy, buddy. What the... There are definitely some issues. I'm still having issues with that that shed we put in the last episode, if you recall. There was a lot of like invisible wall hitboxes I kept hitting. Still having them. They're still an issue, so I guess we're going to have to deal with that until some kind of a update comes out, hopefully, for that mod. But, man, that's a big issue. That is a big issue. Get down here to this corner, and this field should pretty much be done, I think. Unless it's going to make us get every single section, which it's kind of seeming like now, isn't it? It's going to make us get every section of it. Damn. That's the only section left. I don't think that's 3%. I've had this issue before, too. I don't know if it was on Zielonka or not, but I've had it on one of the maps here where I fertilized the entire field. It was all off camera. I fertilized the entire field, and it just still told me that it wasn't fertilized. Okay, all right. That was 3%, evidently. Doesn't make any sense, but okay. Pick that up. Nice. So then we just got 45. We've got 193 liters. There's no way we'll get it down to 193 liters, but it's right by the farm shop, so it's not too bad. I don't know what the fastest way to get there is. I guess I probably should have went that way, straight down that road, but we're taking a scenic route, gang. Let's go down this way. So yeah, if we could figure out a way, they had some hail damage there. If we could figure out a way to get a sprayer in this episode, that is that is a success in my opinion. We've got $9,806. Now a sprayer itself. Oh, there's a nice tractor out there. Can't afford that, but there's a nice tractor out there. A sprayer itself, excuse me, it's 30 grand. So we're nowhere near that. We're at 9,000. Nowhere even close. I think given that fact, I thought there was a cheaper one than that. I thought there was a $15,000 one. I don't know what I was looking at. I think given that fact, we know we're not going to make it. But regardless, we still need to work towards that. That is what we need. 45. I should have kept going straight. Yeah, we're going to need a box of fertilizer anyway. So let's just go ahead and purchase that while we're here. All right, that was basically the first contract. So the first contract paid for this box of fertilizer for us. Already advertising the year 1 season pass. I did purchase that, by the way, just so you know. I'm sure you would have expected that from me, but I did purchase it with the purchase of the game itself. I think it was like $5 cheaper than what it would be when it first comes out. When the season pass comes out by itself, I mean, something like that. So I did purchase that, so we will have all of this stuff from the year 1 season pass on day 1. Which will be exciting, but that's many months down the road, I would assume. It's probably... The map probably comes out at the end of the year, end of the year 2025, I should say. And then, you know, each of those packs are once a quarter, right? We popped an achievement. Never felt happier than here. Okay, well, I do like fertilizing, so I guess we can go with that. Okay, so this field's going to be done here soon. I think we are going to pick up that harvesting contract, even though it's going to take us a long time. Probably the rest of the episode here. Unless there's some more harvesting or more fertilizing contracts that have popped up here, we are going to probably take that one. Big contract, but the sell point is right next to it, so it should be a little bit easier on us, hopefully. And we will not be able to spray that field. So the only other thing we could do is we could get a weeder, but the weeders, or the hose, whatever, they're not going to be perfect either, right? They're not going to be able to get all that stuff out. Let me look at that quickly before we carry on here. See, these are way too expensive too. 36,000. I mean, you might as well get a sprayer at that point, because this sprayer is only 30, right? So, we may not be able to get a sprayer today. I mean, if we wait till next month, we probably could be a lot closer to getting to it. We might not even need to buy that box of fertilizer, but we'll use it eventually, so it's not that big of a deal. Because we're only making, I mean, our greenhouses are fantastic. The 3 we have running now, they're so good. They are so helpful to us. They're actually allowing us to progress here. But we're only making like $400 or $500 every hour. I say only, like that's pretty good money. But to purchase the things that we still need for the farm, it's not really going to get us there. Is what I'm trying to say in a couple of months. We still have those pallets of honey to deal with too. I really like this little open air shed, man, but it's causing so many damn issues. It's a mess. So let's put this away as long as it allows me to do it. Alright, so let's see. Here's our options. There is another fertilizing contract. That was right next to where we were. Why didn't I look at that before we drove all the way back here? You dummy Z. See, I'd love to do one of these hoeing contracts and then use it on my own field, but they won't let me do it. I enjoyed doing this last time, but it's really not that much money. It's not worth that much money. I mean, rock removal might be fun to try out. I haven't done that yet. I wish I could use the sprayers. I don't know what to do here, gang. We need more money. I guess we'll do the harvesting contracts. I talk about it. I guess we'll do it. We're gonna use our own though. I don't want to take a $1,299 decrease, even if it takes us longer to do it. I really don't want to do that. That's too much of a loss for me to make it even worth it at that point. So let me drive on over. The field it's not too far away, but it is a ways away from where we currently are. We're going all the way down here, right? So let me drive over there. Let me get everything over there. I'll get this, the trailer, the tractor, everything over there, ready to go. And we get started, and we'll see what we get here. It is sorghum, so it's not the best priced crop, I guess I should say, especially in October here. There is hail in the forecast. I don't know if it's going to let me do it for a contract or not. This is the first I've seen this, so I don't know what it's going to do. Why do we have oat? Why does it say we have oat? Did I not sell the oat? Why does it say we have oat? Where is the oat? Okay, that's bizarre. Anyway, evidently we have oat somewhere. So that's okay. Anyway, moving on. What was I looking at? Sorghum. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. It's really not. Like grain mill is going to be $7.87, so it's not terrible. But I just ran right into that pole. Good job, Z. But it's not going to, like, you know, it's not going to get us to $30,000, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. And that's not even counting the pallet of herbicide we'd have to buy. So, really, we need like $33,000. But I'll get us there, and we'll get going. All right, well, it's letting us harvest in the hail, obviously, as you could tell. And we're just going to continue on here. I mean, it's a contract, so it doesn't really matter right now. We're not gaining any of this crop yet, so the hail's supposed to be over somewhere around noon, so we won't finish this field more than likely before we hit that or eclipse that noon time period. I can give you a quick check on that real quick in just a second here, once we're done doing the quick save here. Bottom corner there. Says it's supposed to be over. Well, I mean, I guess maybe it changed. When I looked at it last, it had 12 o'clock and it was sunny. So, I don't know. Somewhere between, I guess, now and 1 o'clock, it'll be done hailing. We may be done hailing, we may be done harvesting before 1. But if we are, you know, it is what it is. So we're going to carry on here. I'll just do a little bit of a jump cut for this portion here. And, yeah, we'll get pretty much the rest of the field done. We'll be back with you. We're almost done touching it up here. And we'll see where we're at as far as our time goes. We're at 10 grand right now. We are not going to get there today, even though that was my initial goal. I really thought there was some sprayer out there for 15,000. I don't know why I thought that, but there's not. So we're going to have to keep on doing the contracts here, and then hopefully we can get one in the next episode. Granted, the next episode we probably won't be able to drive down our field there. We'll probably put in tram lines if we do that. I don't necessarily want to waste any of that crop, but we can go around the outside edges and get a decent portion of it. Does mean we lose or waste a little bit of herbicide in the process, but I'm okay with that. As long as it helps a portion of the field there, I think it'll offset and it'll be fine. But we'll see. We'll see what we decide to do, but I'll carry on here getting all this done, and the worker will help me sometimes, but probably not the entire time, just whenever I'm full here. And I have to run this back to the sell point. Now, it looks like for most part right now, what I'm going to do is, it's not going to be completely full, but I'm going to go ahead and run it now. It's 96%, and then I can take back over for the worker at that point. So, I'll be back with you shortly, and hopefully we don't waste too much money on worker fees, but if we do, we do. All right, we're nearly done here, gang. Time did take a while to get through it all. I spent up time just a tiny bit, just to get past some of the hail here towards the end, but not by much. It did end up hailing a little bit past 1 o'clock, so. But we're nearly done. There's a tiny little section there I'm going to come back and hit. I mean, it's only going to probably be like 1 liter, but that's probably a liter that we'll be able to utilize to sell, right, and make us a little bit more money. But yeah, we're nearly done, so it's not going to take too long here. So we got up to $11,000. When we finish this contract, we'll probably be closer to 18-ish. That's my guess. Because we're going to make a little bit of money off the sorghum. It's not going to be a ton, but we're going to make a little bit of money off the excess sorghum. So, no idea where that oat is, unless I put it into... You're done, buddy. You don't need to go there anymore. You're done. Unless I put it in some kind of silo and I forgot about it, but I don't think we did. So, I don't know. I don't know where that is. So, I'm not really going to worry about it. If we find it eventually, I guess maybe we decide what to do with it then, but... I mean, clearly it had to be from our field at some point. Because any contract we do, I mean, you just sell everything right then and there, right? It was 1 liter. So I was right on the money with how much that was going to be. So, yeah, it has to be in some silo somewhere. I just don't know where it is. And I'm assuming it's in the train silo. It has to be. Where else would it be, right? Alright, we'll let that do its thing. It can fold up and all that stuff. Okay, or don't fold up. Whatever, don't listen to me. There you go. So we'll go turn this in here. This will get us to the 100% plus our little bit of bonus yield that we'll gain that we can sell. The minor modifications they made to this, you know, making it a little bit brighter, looking a little bit more lush, it's helped tremendously, I think. It's still just it's an okay map, I think. Some parts of it are cool, other parts I'm just like, But it has helped. Alright, so we got $2,900 out of that harvest. That's actually pretty good. That's better than I was expecting, so we're going to be over what I said. But probably only just over it. So let me turn this in. 19,210. So we are getting a lot closer, but we are still over $10,000 away from even buying the sprayer, and that does not include the pallet of fertilizer, or sorry, not fertilizer, herbicide, which is going to be about $3,000. It's a long way to go here. A long way to go. But we're making progress. I want to look one quick thing here. There are some more fertilizing contracts. If they're close by, I feel like we do them. Let's do 14 here. This one's not as close, but it's not too far away either. We'll do them both. Why not? We'll do them both. I'm going to take this back to the farm here. I'll get the... I'm just driving across this neighbor's yard, or neighbor's field here. Sorry, buddy. I'll get the harvester back off camera. I can do that another time period, not today. I'll just do it off camera. And we'll grab the fertilizer spreader. We'll knock these two fields out. It'll get us probably around 22, 23-ish thousand. Much closer to our end goal here, but we're not going to, unfortunately, be able to get that sprayer today. We're just going to run out of time, simply run out of time. But let's knock these out. Let's get closer, so then in the next episode, whenever that is, hopefully it'll be November, if I can find some more contracts to do, we can buy the sprayer and get that going. Now, ideally, what we really should be doing here, though, is getting some more greenhouses, right? Because that's our main objective here for this farm here, is to get them greenhouses. But at the same time, we got another achievement. Field trip. 1 vehicle for all your needs. I have to drive it so many miles or for so long? I don't know. Anyway. Really, our objective should be is to get some more greenhouses put down, especially since they're making us a decent chunk of change. But to get another greenhouse, well, I shouldn't say that. We could put down a greenhouse right now, but it'd be a smaller greenhouse. I want to do some smaller greenhouses. I just need to kind of figure out where I want to set those up at. And what I mean by that here, I'll actually, before I just kind of jump cut to go into the fertilizing contracts, let me show you what I'm talking about here. So we redid, the way that our greenhouses were set up, and I really like the way they're set up now. I think it's going to work out really well for the big ones. But for the small ones, which we are going to have, we've got to kind of have to think that one through a little bit more. And what my initial thought was, depending on if we move this or not, if we kind of line the single ones kind of against this, kind of curving around with the little creek here, or the drain off, or whatever you want to call it, if we kind of run with that, I think that would work out well. It'd give us enough space here for these two, because really my goal here is to get another mushroom, put it here, 2 more of these regular greenhouses here, and then start the same greenhouses back to back here going this way, and then put another row of mushrooms here, and that'll be kind of the extent. Now the mushrooms, when we get up to here, we're probably only going to be able to do 1 or 2, because we're going to start running into the single greenhouses, if we get to that point. But that's really my goal, right? That's kind of what I was planning. Maybe we remove this eventually, this our little, rice field here that we're utilizing for water. Maybe remove that eventually and move it somewhere else. Then we probably could put another mushroom here and another regular greenhouse here. But that's at least my initial goal right now. So we'll have to see how things play out here. But I do think the sprayer is one of the more important things right now, since we do have a field, and I do want to continue to try to run that field. Because if we don't, right, we're just literally, we're going to do an episode, I'm just going to place down greenhouses, and then we're done. It'll be a 5-minute episode, we're done. While that's okay, it's not the best content for all of you. Oh my gosh. These invisible this is terrible, dude. This, boy. I don't know, I don't think there's a way for me to do it on console, but man, I need to send in a note saying you need to fix this. This is bad. This is really bad. Okay, so let's go do these fields here. I'm going to pop the map on really quick, because I know the one's really close to us. It's field 14. You know what? I can just cut across this way. Just run right through the river here, or the creek. Just take a shortcut this way. And probably have to go across the creek again, but we'll be there. Perfect. Nice. Alright, and this field shouldn't take us too long. We're going to waste a little bit of fertilizer, I think, on this one, given the size of it. But that's okay. It's not too bad. couple extra $1,000 will be nice. The greenhouses, right? Like if we're gonna do greenhouses, you've got these smaller ones, right? That are $9 grand, right? So they're not cheap either. They're pretty expensive by themselves. So you do $9 grand. I mean, you're taking up a ton of the money we were going to utilize to get the sprayer, right? So as soon as we get the sprayer, though, we really don't have to worry about any other main equipment for a while. We might have to do some maintenance to it. As you can see, we're getting a little bit of damage. We're going to need to get gas for everything too here soon, but that's really the last main thing we need. We can get by without having everything else for a while. And then we could, really turn our focus, shift our focus, I guess I should say, to doing all of the greenhouses. I just really want the bigger greenhouses. I don't want to put a ton of the small ones. Maybe, like I said, to line those up around the edges there. Maybe that's the way to go. And then, eventually that'll help us out, right? That'll get us to the point we need to get some bigger ones. But the big ones are the money makers, man. That's what we need. All right, way down here by the shop. I don't know what the fastest way to get there is. Well, I'm just going to take a shortcut here, because why not? And I guess if we just go down this road here, or this track, I should say, not really a road. If we go down this track for a little while, yeah. Just put the big map on. Why not? It's just easier. I don't want to keep going into the menu that way and bothering you. All right, we're back. Yeah, easy peasy. These aren't going to take too long. I think we have enough fertilizer to do this too. Hopefully we do. I'm going to check Mod Hub here soon. I'm hoping a new map comes out soon. I would like to start, figuring out a new series on a new map. Because remember, our goal eventually is once some other maps come out, one that I like and one that is going to fit some of the ideas that I have. This will go down to kind of a once a week type of thing. That way we can make these episodes a little bit longer. Hell, I might even add in the fact if we can skip months and things like that on the series, this series. Even though I don't normally do that. I've done that on a couple from time to time, but I don't normally do that. I normally just like to do one episode per month, but we may start doing that on this series if we get to the point where we're going to bump this down to once a week, which that's really the end goal here. Because this series is one that we're going to try to, obviously the name of the series is Survive 25, so we want to kind of let it run throughout the entire extension of FS25. Again, like I mentioned in the very beginning, we will take a couple of breaks, and what I mean by breaks is we take a couple of months off and then come back to it. But really, that's not going to happen until, we've accomplished goal 1, which is farm 1, which is what we're working on, the greenhouse farm. When we finish that, we start getting ready to start, farm 2. We'll probably take a bit of a break, but we'll see. I mean, that could change my mind by the time that comes up. Maybe there's nothing out, going on, and maybe I just want to keep running this. Who knows? But we'll see. That's at least the initial goal. But let's turn these contracts in here. All right, we are all done, gang. And with that, we will also leave the episode here. Ended up with 22,869. We're very close to the herbicide sprayer, or just a sprayer in general. If we get that sprayer, technically we probably could sell this fertilizer spreader. Even though I love it, we probably could, right? And we could just do fertilizing, liquid fertilizing, and herbicide, even though it's a little bit more expensive. We probably could do that. Keep doing the contracts with it as well, which would be useful. But we're going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button for me. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. There are more videos in the corners for you to check out if you're interested. Thanks so much to my members. All 6 of you are absolutely amazing. Cannot thank you guys enough. And until next time, I'll catch you all in the next episode.